Miraidon EX got arguably the biggest bump thanks to Surging Sparks. It got a ton of new cards, and most recently won Sacramento Regionals, and I even got top 2. Shout outs to Landon Kaetler for winning the whole thing. We're going to be looking at Landon Kaetler's championship winning list, but there are other lists out there. The second place one, unfortunately, I don't remember the player off the top of my head. I'll put their name right here. They had a different version of the list that was good enough to get second place and could have won the whole thing. So Miraidon, however you slice it, is looking fantastic right now. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Landon Kaetler's championship winning Miraidon EX list. Now, Miraidon is the backbone of the deck. It's got 220 HP, and its tandem unit ability lets you bench two basic lightning Pokemon from your deck and put them onto your bench. And the beautiful thing is you can also just bench another Miraidon and then put even more Pokemon down, which allows you to very much get the Pokemon you need in play quickly. Its attack is okay. 2 lightning and a colorless does 220 damage, and you can attack on the next turn. There are some ways to get it to work again and again. I don't think this deck is built to have Miraidon swing for consecutive turns, which is fine for the most part. It's a very niche thing when you would want the same Miraidon to attack for 2 turns in a row. But Landon's got a ton of cards, and the deck is starting to get spread really thin, and I will admit it took me some time to get a feel for what Miraidon is now, because there are just so many different cards and so many different attack options in the deck. Miraidon's not going to be a primary attack option, but it is one of the Pokemon you want to get down first so that you can set up your myriad of other attackers and now even lightning support Pokemon. And let's go and run through some of the big new changes here. We've got the 1/1 Magneton, and Magneton is a huge addition to the deck because it has the ability Overvolt Discharge, where once during your turn you can knock out Magneton and then accelerate 3 energy from your discard pile to your lightning Pokemon in any way you like. So you're not as reliant on electric generators to get rolling, and it also makes cards like Raichu a little more feasible to work in the deck, because you're just accelerating an extra 3 energy that can get a Raikou online, that can get a Miraidon online, that can get an Iron Hands online, and you just have to attach for 1 more. You can arm press off of that, or you can attach an extra energy from hand and get Ampu Very Much rolling and take 2 prizes there. So having Magneton here is absolutely huge. Another new support Pokemon in the deck is Pikachu EX. It is a Terra type Pokemon, which means when we play Area 0 Underdepths, we can expand our bench to 8, making more room for attackers and support Pokemon. We are not attacking with Pikachu in this deck. We're using it primarily for the ability to expand the bench, but its Resolute Heart ability prevents it from getting 1-hit KO'd, which can make it a great shield Pokemon if you need to stall for time. One more new support Pokemon in the deck is Latias EX. It is a basic psychic Pokemon. We're not going to be attacking with this at all, but it has the amazing ability Skyliner, where your basic Pokemon in play have no retreat cost, and being able to pivot your Pokemon in and out of the active, especially giving Iron Hands free retreat, is fantastic. So Latias EX is a phenomenal card to have in this deck. Fezandipiti helps us draw 3 cards after one of our Pokemon was knocked out on the previous turn. Iron Bundle can force our opponent to move their active Pokemon to the bench and replace it with a bench Pokemon. This can be really nice, especially in scenarios where you've got Iron Hands ready to attack and they're trying to hide their small Pokemon on the bench. Iron Bundle can help you get them into play. Mew EX lets us draw 3 cards, or draw up to 3 cards. So during times when our hand is short, this can be nice. It also can act as a way of getting through certain walling Pokemon like a Mimikyu or an Ogerpon. Just manually attach 3 energy and then copy their attacks. It's not perfect, but it's something. We also have Raichu, which is a card that goes in and out of Miraidon lists here and there. I think Raichu is going to be a staple going forward thanks to Magneton, but it has the amazing attack Dynamic Spark, where for 2 lightning energy does 60 damage for each lightning energy you discard from your Pokemon. This is going to be one of our heavy hitter options alongside Raikou V, which is one, it has a great ability, lets you draw a card off the top of your deck, and then for 1 lightning and a colorless does 20 damage plus 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponents. Now, normally this would cap out at 220 damage with both players having 5 Pokemon on the bench, but in a world with Area 0 Underdepths, this can swing for much higher, potentially getting you 1-hit KOs on bigger Pokemon. Squawkabilly EX on our first turn lets us discard our hand, draw 6 cards, can be really great to get through the pieces that we need in order to set up. 1 copy of Lumineon V. When we bench this from our hand, we get to grab a supporter card of our choice. And then I think that's it. Yeah, and 2 Miraidons to get our board set up. 4 trainer cards. We've got 4 copies of Boss's Order. Lots of gusting in this deck where we get to switch one of our opponent's bench Pokemon with one of their active Pokemon. We are not running Prime Catcher in this deck, and I think Miraidon is a deck that really thrives on having Boss's Orders because there are times when we are not hitting the right damage, whether it's Iron Hands capping out at 160, or you really need to hit 120 for Ampy very much, or Raikou doesn't have quite enough. Whatever the case might be, heavy gusting in this deck, I totally agree with, because Boss's Orders is fantastic and can help you hit the targets when you need to. We've got 1 copy of Rescue Board. Yes, we do have Free Retreat, but there will be times when you don't necessarily have the Latias ready, so attaching a Rescue Board to something like Pikachu can make it a great pivot while also shielding. We've got 1 copy of Secret Box, which has become the go-to for Miraidon decks. You discard 3 cards and then you get to grab an item, a supporter, a tool, and a stadium all in one go. And there's so many good combinations here. In particular, grabbing Arven to use as a second supporter to grab even more pieces is fantastic. 1 copy of Forest Seal Stone, attach this to a Pokemon V, and then you can just grab any card from your deck and put it into your hand. This is just a phenomenal ability. You will need to attach it to either Raikou V, Raichu V, or Lumineon, because it only works on Pokemon V, but you're going to have those out a lot of the time. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basic Pokemon down. 4 copies of Electric Generator, where you get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can attach up to 2 Lightning Energy you find there onto your benched Lightning Pokemon. Now, this can be a temperamental card. You do have to hit Generator here and there, but you have a little more leeway to brick because of the Magneton. We do have 4 copies of Arven. Lets us search for an item and a tool card, and we've got a ton of items like the Generators, Forest Seal Stone, Secret Box, and so on. So incredibly powerful card here. We've got 1 copy of Heavy Ball. Lets us search our prizes for a basic Pokemon. We do have a bunch of one-of basic Pokemon in this deck. Raikou, Raichu, Mew, Fezandipiti. Like, most of this deck is just one-of Pokemon. So Heavy Ball, very important here. 1 copy of Night Stretcher lets us recover a Pokemon or a basic energy from our discard pile, put it back into our hand. In certain cases, like maybe you need Raikou to swing really big 2 turns in a row, Night Stretcher can help you with that. 2 copies of Area 0 Underdepths if we've got a Terra Pokemon in play. So in this case, Terra Pikachu, we can expand our bench up to 8. This is fantastic for benching additional attackers or support Pokemon. And then when this gets bumped, we can knock off things like Squawkabilly and Lumineon when we don't need them anymore, while also removing those 2 prize liabilities from play. Bravery Charm is really nice. Lets you add 50 HP to one of your basic Pokemon. And this can make Raikou and Iron Hands and even Miraidon a little more tanky so that you can tank a hit and keep rolling. 1 copy of Counter Catcher. When we're behind on prizes, we can gust an opposing bench Pokemon from the bench onto the active. Again, just trying to hit the right targets at the right times. And then 3 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, and grab a Pokemon of our choice. And then for energy counts, we are running 16 Lightning Energy and then 1 Double Turbo Energy. Now, Miraidon in the last year or so has become very famous as a deck that can do wonderful things going second. However, I generally find these days, and Landon Kaetler themselves on Twitter said with this particular list, they like to go first. And the only times you don't want to go first is when you're running against something like a Raging Bolt or Roaring Moon. But the benefits of going first in the current meta is that you have extra time to set up, an extra time to get an energy attachment, and you'll be a lot more dangerous on that turn too. And a lot of decks really want to go first to try and get set up. So if you can beat them to that setup and then you punish them with a big 2 prize KO, whether it's from a Raikou or an Iron Hands or something like that, you can be absolutely devastating. All right, let's get to these matches. Subject matter, and then the personality. And like, people will come to me because they're actively looking for content about Pokemon cards. And then they find me and they're like, oh, this guy plays Pokemon cards and I like Pokemon cards, so it's easy to keep coming back. But if you're playing different games every week, or however, if you keep changing that content, then it's Goldango. Interesting. If you keep changing that content, then you are constantly there are people that are like, well, I like when you play Pokemon cards. I don't like it when you play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm out. Or I don't like it when you play, Overwatch. I'm out. And at that point, the one key hook has to be you. And that's way harder. Okay, let's go grab a Pikachu and let's go grab another Miraidon here. And let's see if we can get an Iron Hands down. That would be nice. Yeah, we'll go Iron Hands and... Actually, we go Raikou so we can get that Force Seal Stone. And we go... Let's go get Squawkabilly down. Squawk is in here, right? Yep. A Latias would be nice here as well. Let's go and Generator. We hit 2. That's fantastic. Great start. And actually, you know what? We can go... Let it rip on this. And we can go... We can even get a... Yeah, Bravery Charm would be nice. Or we could just get the Rescue Board here. But yeah, we know the Goldango is going to go crazy. So yeah, let's go Rescue Board. Generator. I'm not going to grab the Stadium because we're going to have to blow that out anyway. Let's go grab Arven. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. So let's go grab Rescue Board. Let's go Generator again. Sure. Iron Hands. Yeah, we are popping off right now. And let's go Generator. And yeah, now we can go Bravery Charm. And hopefully we hit here. Okay, we get 1. Iron Hands will get ready. I think they're still going to blast here, which is going to be a problem. But we're going to give ourselves the best chance. Ooh, we'll get the Latias down. Actually, no, we got to get the Magnemite down. And let's go get... Do we blast the Manaphy or do we Iron Bundle up? Yeah, let's go and actually, I would rather take out the Greninja if they're going to give us that than the Manaphy, because the Manaphy's not going to do anything in this matchup. And do we have... Yeah, I think we hold on to our hand for now. And we will go Iron Hands for 240. And let's see what we can do. We could have a problem if they... Well, when they blast through this Iron Hand... Yeah, they're going to blast through this Iron Hands. It's what happens after this is going to be the problem. I want to get Raikou in, but I don't know if they're going to bench enough Pokemon to give us that KO. Okay, benching's nice. Benching's nice. Do we have... I think we used 3 generators already. So that could be a problem. Yeah, we used 3. Magneton could help us here. Okay, they get a letter of encouragement. We already know they have a ton of energy, though. Goldango Miraidon? Maybe. In this matchup, I do think this is a tough matchup for Miraidon. Is Goldango a better deck? I don't know. Goldango did come in 3rd place, but Miraidon in Sacramento, but Miraidon got top 2. Goldango did make it to top 8 at Stuttgart just now, but it did not, and Miraidon didn't get top 8. Okay, let's go and draw up. Flip the script. We get the Magneton, so we can use that in need be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 220. We need to bench 2 more Pokemon here if we are going to make this work. Let's go and grab... Let's grab a Raichu, because that can still... That could be helpful here. And let's go Generator here. Let's Generator and... Yeah, we have to... Okay, can we hit Generator? At least 1. Yes, perfect. 1, 2. And we're going to start building up Raichu here. And let's go retreat. And we are doing 240. We need one more Pokemon on the bench, which is fine. Because we can tandem unit again. And just throw down... Yeah, we can throw down this, and we are in great shape at the moment to finish this off. If they get a Goldengo up and they blast, they don't really run much hand disruption. Yeah, and then Raichu should just clear for a game if they take out this Raikou. We blow up Magneton, we get 3 energy, we've got 1 more energy in hand, and that's 300. Yeah, Goldengo doesn't really run hand disruption, so I think we're going to be okay. Even if they get, like, the Togekiss here set up. And we could even run Iron Hands here if we wanted to have some fun. Although, what do I think is more fun? Blasting with Goldengo, or... I think we want the Raichu attack, just to kind of show the different ways in which this deck can attack. Yeah, even if they hit the Togekiss heads here. Actually, yeah. If they hit the Togekiss heads, then we're in trouble. Because then we can't... we can't blow up. So we need them to hit tails or we're screwed. Uh-oh. I didn't put that all together. This is bad. This is bad. We need them to hit tails. Or we are in very bad shape. Tails, 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 tails. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And just to, yeah, 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, we should just be able to blast the active here. So let's go and discharge, overvolt discharge. We'll take 3 energy from the deck, and we'll throw it all on Raichu. That's 24. We attach 1 from hand. We are going to lose a prize here. That's fine. And potentially, yeah, we also could have powered up Iron Hands, which is probably the safer way to do it, and just use Boss's Orders and gust up something else. But I wanted to showcase the I always love doing Dynamic Spark whenever we can, especially since Raichu has been in and out of Miraidon lists for some time now. And I think Raichu is very squarely back in with this new update, thanks to that Magneton combo, making it a little more feasible. We prized the Latias, so we weren't going to be able to get that out there in the early game anyway. And there we go. Miraidon going absolutely nuts against Goldengo with a flurry of different attacks there. So one of the cool things about Miraidon is just having these different ways of approaching the match, where you have Iron Hands to take out single prize attackers, and now with the Magneton you can set up 2 Iron Hands and it's not that big of a deal. We've got Raikou with the Stadium, pretty much can one-hit KO almost anything in the game. And then Raichu now is a little more viable because you've got the Magneton, which can power up your bench really quickly, and we were able to just blast through that Goldengo, but we could have gone with the second Iron Hands as well. So this is kind of your best case scenario for Raichu. GG's. Okay. This is not a bad start. Not a bad start. Finally, not a bad start. We can make this work. And hopefully we're not staring down the barrel of like... Alright, Squawkabilly could be anything. Okay. What do we got? We get Miraidon down. And I think we have to get Squawkabilly down. Now, where this gets weird is that I don't want to lose Fezandipiti. Actually, you know what? If we go Areas Your Underdepths And we go and get Miraidon Pikachu. Right? That opens up the bench. We can throw Fezandipiti down. I don't want to lose Fezandipiti right now. And then with Tandem Unit, we go and get a Iron Hands and a Raikou. And I think to be on the safe side, let's just go put energy on the Raikou before we let it rip. And then we've got room for like a Latias or something here. Oh, generator? Yes, please. Yes. All right. Let's start building up. We'll get Raikou ready and we'll start building up an Iron Hands here. And the Magnemite could be good. Recognizing that we have bench locked ourselves. Roaring Moon. Okay. Tails, 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 tails. No! Bro. We finally get to go first. And then we run up against the deck we really don't want to see going second. Absolutely miserable luck. And we can beat Roaring Moon too. But yeah, this isn't the match you want to go first in. Okay, they just Dark Patch, and then we're probably screwed. If they don't have it like that, though, then this could be much better. I'm starting to suspect they don't have it like that. If we just pause here and we can boss up this moon, then we're in much better shape. Yes, they don't have it. Okay, so if that's the case, let's go and... Do we want... I think we have to start building up a Miraidon. I don't... Okay, let's go and generator here. We get 2. We do have an Iron Hands ready. Actually, you know what? If we go in with the Iron Hands and we take 3 prizes on this Squawkabilly, that's probably the best bet, right? And then we still have access to Forest Seal Stone. Yeah, let's go and do that. So let's go Hard Retreat into Iron Hands here. And they're going to have to... Yeah, they're going to have to Frenzied Gouging regardless. So if we just take 3 prizes here, that becomes an amazing jump. Okay, Latias Iron Hands. Yeah, if they Frenzied Gouging here... That's an easy KO. And then, yeah, this becomes much tougher for them. Let's see how they play it, because we can even set up potentially a Raichu for an endgame thingamabobber. But let's see how they recover. But yeah, Iron Hands taking 3 right now feels very good. Because yeah, now they have to take... There's no way for them to get 3 prizes in a turn. Yeah, this is the regional winning list. Landon Kaetler's version. There are other versions, like the second place one with the Iridas is kind of cool too, with the Greninja and... Yeah, they're gonna have to burn Gouging here. And that's an easy KO for Raikou. and then we can figure it out from there. We could even potentially set up for Iron Hands if we get the Magneton. If we're able to... Ooh! That's actually kind of sick. If we go... Is there an Iron Hands on the board right now? No, there isn't. Damn. I think we can still do it. Yeah, if we put down Iron Hands and we Magneton for 4 Seal Stone, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I think they're just done. Yeah, let's see if we can do that. That's kind of crazy. If they Frenzy Gouging here, then we can Iron Hands the Roaring Moon for 4. And we have a generator here even. So, some potential... Oh, we can even just like... Okay, if we go and put... Let's put the Raikou in the active first. I would want to put... Hopefully we haven't prized the Magneton. I don't think we did. Oh. Tails? Yeah. Yeah, they really don't want to... Okay. That's fine. We'll get rid of Squawk. We'll get rid of Miraidon. And I think we can get rid of Iron Bundle here too. Let's see how they play this out. Bum, bum, bum. But would really love to take 3 prizes here. Frenzy Gouging. And what's the best way? Okay. Yeah, I think we put Raikou in the active to guarantee that we can at least retreat. Yeah, this is kind of a crazy sequence of events here. If we can pull this off. And now we have to ensure that we even have... Okay. Let's go Fez first. Let's flip the script, draw 3. Maybe we get like an Ultra Ball or something. Let's Heavy Ball to see if Magneton is in here. Magneton is not in here. So that's almost certain that... And let's go flip the Fleet-Footed here, just to draw. Okay, so... I think with confidence then, we can go and bench the Iron Hands. And you know what? Let's go and Generator here regardless. And we hit 1. And you know what? Nah, let's go and... let's Star Alchemy. Let's go grab this Magneton. And there's 3 energy, and yeah, there's more than enough energy in the discard pile. So Magneton makes this go crazy. We overvolt Discharge. We blow up for 3. Throw it on the Iron Hands. They take a prize, but that's not that big of a deal. This is the longest like 2-attack game ever. Both of these decks can play a billion cards leading up to, and then Iron Hands comes in for the win. Two KOs, 3 prizes apiece. GG's. Miraidon going absolutely nuts on that. Well, Iron Hands going nuts there. Being able to take some big KOs. And yeah, that was pretty awesome. Being able to string that together. Did we get the... Yeah, Iron Hands being able to... Let me go and see the log here just to refresh my memory. I feel like we did take... Hold on. Let's scroll down. Yeah, they... Our last turn... Iron Hands is added. But yeah, amp you very much. Oh yeah, because we hit the Squawkabilly. That's why. Yeah, so we hit the Squawkabilly, take an instant 3 prizes. They weren't able to get their Roaring Moon set up. And then we got a second Iron Hands up and rolling and just absolutely blasted. So for only 2 attacks, take 3 prizes apiece and end the game. And that's kind of what Miraidon does best. GG's. And there we go. That is a look at Miraidon EX. It is like of the Scarlet and Violet era decks, this is a personal favorite of mine. I played Miraidon at Toronto Regionals last year. Unfortunately, not going to be able to play at Toronto Regionals this year. And if I were, I definitely would consider Miraidon EX because of its inherent strengths, having a lot of different attack options, a deck that goes really fast, not having to worry too much about evolutions, and the upgrades to this deck, whether it is getting free retreat from Latias, getting extra energy acceleration from Magneton, and even the having a wall option / being able to more consistently set up the Area 0 Underdepths with Pikachu is fantastic. You don't have to run the Mewtwo anymore, and Pikachu is just a straight up upgrade over Mewtwo that used to be in these lists because Pikachu only has 1 retreat cost versus Mewtwo's 2, and Pikachu, people aren't really going to want to target it down because of its Resolute Heart ability, preventing it from getting one-hit KO'd. Miraidon still, yeah, it's a very strong deck in the meta. I'm not sure if it's like the best, but I think Miraidon's going to be a force in the upcoming Surging Sparks meta, and probably until rotation at this rate. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In3rdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at In3rdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, like I am right now. Twitch chat, say what's up. And check out the website, In3rdPerson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. If you are watching this live on Twitch right now, stick around. We're gonna play some more. But for our friends on YouTube, we're out of here. Later.